everyone, and welcome to my Lego table. So today we are going to be doing the Lego Creator 3-in-1 set, the Haunted House. So this is actually 3 different sets. You can make the haunted house, and then you can also make the boat and the train, okay? So I actually did buy 3 sets. There's another one here and another one here, so that I could make all 3 of these and keep them because I think they're all 3 kind of cool looking. So this set is 31167. It is 736 pieces, and it is for 9 years and up. It did just come out on August 1st, and it was on back order pretty quickly. So I finally just got mine, and this is now August 20th, I think. So I did finally get mine so that I could make them. It does sell for $89.99 on the Lego website. In the box, you get, is it 6 bags? Yes, 6 bags of Legos. You also get 3 instruction booklets, 1 for each of the different sets that you can make. Okay, now the way this works is, so the first set, the biggest set, which would be the haunted house itself, actually takes all of the bags of Legos and goes in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can create them from that. Sets 2 and 3, the train and the boat, you basically don't have an order of what bags the pieces are in. You just have to find the pieces in all of the Legos that you have. So either, just do search and find, which is what I usually end up doing. Or if you are somebody who can wait and actually sort things out to kind of get pieces sorted out, you can do that as well. I'm not a big sorter. I don't have the patience for that. I'd rather just dive in and try to find the pieces as I go. I know, strange. But anyways, kind of adds to the mystery of figuring out the set, I guess. Okay, so we are going to start with the haunted house. And we're going to start, of course, with bag number 1. And I'm going to get that all put together, and then I will come back and show you guys what we've built with that first bag. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys, so for bag number 1 for the haunted house, we start out with making the 2 minifigures, the skeleton who has the little lantern, and then the wolf man or the werewolf who has a bone. And we also made this little tree here that's got some eyeballs and some teeth. And then the gate here, which has a lock with a chain, and it does open. The gate doors do open, so you have that as well. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to bag number 2, and I will show you guys what we build once I get back. Okay, you guys, so for bag number 2, first of all, we did the little Frankenstein minifigure here. He's just in a little brown suit. You can see some of the stitches and stuff on his, right below his neck there, and then on his forehead. And this is an actual hair piece as well. Okay, and then here is the back of him with some of his outfit stitched together as well. Okay, all right, and then this is what we made. It's part of the house, and we attached the tree to it. You got a window here with a little canopy over it. And then on the inside right now, you just have these 2 hats on there. Okay. And then over here, you have the one window that's kind of boarded up. All right, so we're gonna move on to bag number 3. And once I get that done, I'll come back and show you what we've made. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so for bag number 3, we start out with these 2 minifigures. So first you have the ghost, which underneath of here is just an all white minifigure with a black head. It does have a black head so that you can see, so that the eyes and the mouth and stuff are black on there, okay? The back is just the little tip of the hood or of the sheet or whatever it's wearing there. And then you have this little vampire lady who's dressed all in red and pink. And then you can do 2 faces with her, one where her eyes are glowing and then her tongue is kind of red. Or if you flip her around, you can do kind of more of a not so scary face where she's got a little bit of eyeshadow on and stuff like that, and where her teeth are showing, but it's not all red and glowy and all of that. Okay. I'm doing the red and glowy side just because, it's supposed to be a haunted house. And then you put her hair on. It looks like her hair is basically blowing in the breeze. So that's really cool. Okay. For the build itself, we just added more onto the section that we had already had. So we put the door in with these pillars around it, and then these 2 railings here. Then when you turn it, we put these two pictures up. Those are printed pieces, they're not stickers. And then some of the stuff up here has been added as well around the edges, okay? All right, so that is it so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with bag number 4. Once I get that done, I will come back and show you what we've made. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so bag number 4 was basically adding a little bit more on. We got this nice little like cemetery out here. We put in the pillars with the railing around here. Let's see, what else? On the inside here, now you've got the clock. You can get a better image of it here. There we go. So you got a clock there, and that does have you can spin make it tick-tock. Oh, I forgot the name of the pendulum. You can make the pendulum move. There we go. Okay. Just by this little thing right here. Okay. Now, as I've shown it to you, it's all spread out. So it's spread out just like this, but it does turn. So you can turn it like that and turn it in on itself as well right now. Okay. All right. So we're going to continue on with bag number 5, and I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, you guys, so bag number 5 was basically adding on this second floor up here. And we put on some of the roof here as well. So you've got the window here with the vine going out, and then some of the windows are boarded up here, as you can see. Got kind of like what looks like might be like a balcony or something up on top. Got the candles in the windows. I think that's supposed to be candles. I just thought of that. Didn't put flames in it. But you got the piano. Oh, it's like an organ. So it's the organ pipes. Sorry, thinking candles. Anyways, so you got the organ with the organ pipes. And then you have the 2 candlesticks here on each side. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do our last bag? Yeah, our last bag, which is bag number 6. Once I get that done, I'll come back and show you the whole thing done. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so the final bag is done, and basically it was putting the steepled roofs on and stuff up here. So now when you look at it, I just kind of randomly placed the minifigures around in different places. So now you have the gate up in front. Now this ghost here is one that was put there, and there's a little knob here, okay? And you can use that to turn the ghost away or bring it back, stuff like that, okay? So now when you turn it around, I put the other minifigure ghost right there. But there is the owl that spins. You can see that in there. And then we put like this little dresser in here. Other than that, there's not too much else. Basically, it was the roofs. You got the bat on top, the little kind of like, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a patio. I know that they do that as like a decoration on a lot of things. So, but kind of looks like it could be like a little patio on top of the roof too. But anyways, and then you can fold this in, okay? Fold these 2 things. Oh, I think the minifigure's getting in the way. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so now you can fold these 2 sides in. There's something else in the way. Oh, the other minifigure. I forgot. Okay. So now you can fold, there we go, got it. Now you can fold these in, and this is it from this way, and then turn it around and you have it this way. I don't know if you all have watched the movie The Monster House of Monsters, or The Monster House, or something like that. I think it's just called The Monster House. Anyways, my kids love that cartoon, even though they're older now and they're almost well, some of them are adults and the other ones are almost adults. They love that movie, and we watch it all the time at Halloween. And for some reason, this kind of reminds me of that house in that, even though, I mean, it doesn't really have, like, the house itself doesn't really have steeples or anything like that. But, I mean, like, you could just put a big smiley, mouth there and it would kind of work out. So, anyways, I love this thing. It's really cool looking. I love haunted houses. I have trouble going through them myself, and actually I really don't go through them very often whenever we are around them, but I still just love the ideas and stuff that people come up for them. They're really cool. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this set. So we still have the 2 other sets to do, and like I said, if you want to make all 3 sets, and keep them, you know, you have to buy basically 3 individual sets. You might be able to make, you know, or if you only want 2, you can buy 2 sets and stuff like that. So we are going to go on now to the ship, the ghost. I'm going to call it the ghost ship is what I'm going to call it. We're going to make that next out of the next set. So I'm going to start bag number 1 for, well, it won't be bag number 1 because I forgot. So for this part, there's no numbered bags. You're just basically spilling all your Legos out onto the table and trying to find the ones that you need. So I'll just come back in like 20 to 30 steps and show you what we've made so far of the ghost ship. And then we'll go on from there. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so we just finished step number 28, and this is what we've built so far. Not much to it. I've got a cat back here playing. Okay, so now I'm going to go do a couple more steps, probably about another 20 to 30 steps, and I'll be back when I'm done with those. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so we just got step 87 made. And quite a bit of it is come along now. You've got the plank here to walk. You've got the cabin kind of started here. There's like a gym. There's a portrait in there. Also, I forgot to tell you, so the very first thing you did, which I didn't do in the last video because I forgot, is you make these 4 minifigures. So it's the same minifigures. They didn't change them or anything. So far, we haven't made the skeleton. I have the pieces sitting here, but we haven't made it yet. But these 4, the Frankenstein, the vampire lady, the ghost, and the werewolf are all here, okay? But yeah, so far, it's looking pretty cool. All right. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, and I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so this is completely finished now. So we did finally do the skeleton minifigure. He's actually on the front of the ship here. But everything is done. These, you know, of course, are the sails. Then you've got I can't remember what they call this thing. You know, I did a whole sailboat thing of learning, you know, bow, stern, all of that stuff. And I don't remember all of it. Now I remember some of it, but not all of it. And then you've got the bat is up here, which is kind of funny. And then you have, so like Frankenstein is driving the ship, and then you get the vampire lady and the wolf is on the sails, and then the skeleton is on there. And then they have the ghost jumping the plank. I didn't put him on the plank. I put him getting ready to walk onto the plank. But yeah, it's got some really nice windows for the cabin. You've got I just knocked Frankenstein off. You've got the light back here hanging on there. The steering wheel does move. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so other than that, I think that is just about it. But I think it's kind of awesome looking. I really like it. Okay, so now that we have the boat done, we're going to go on to our third and final build, which is going to be the train with, I think this is a station. So it's the train and station. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Once again, this is a thing. Oh, and this is how many Legos are left after building the ship. So this is everything that you don't use out of that set. So if you are somebody who, you know, creates their own sets or use Lego pieces for other things, you know, you've got extra pieces now to kind of do that with. But it is a lot of leftover pieces. I kind of wish like maybe the bigger one you could make with the full box. And then I wish that the other 2 that you could make both of them out of one set instead of having to buy 3 separate sets. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start the train with the station. I'll come back after I've done, again, probably like 20 to 30 steps and show you where we're at. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay guys, so we just got done with step 24, and so far we have this much of the little like train station. So it's got this nice clock, the little bench to sit on, a lantern, this tree here. You can kind of move this, or I don't know if that's a tree, twig, whatever. You can kind of move that up and down there. Okay. And then just the stairs here going up the one side, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Oops. So I'm going to continue on, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so we're getting ready to start step 51. So we have built this with the last steps. This is what we've built so far through step 51. Not much to it yet. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on with step 51 and go on from there, and I'll be back in a little bit to show you what we've built. Okay guys, so we are getting ready to do step number 65, but we have this much of the train built so far, okay? It's not too much on here, and it's the only reason I can tell it's a train is because of this pointy part up here. But yeah, so we don't have all that much left of this. Maybe, I mean, there's still quite a few pages, but we're at least over halfway through the instruction manual. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next part. And when I get that done, I'll come back and show you what we've created. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so we are getting ready to do step 108 or 108. And this is what we've built so far. So we've added about half of the top of the train on. Now we did build all of this and then just attach it onto the platform that I showed you in the last video. So you've got the smokestack up here, which I'm guessing these are horns, and then the, light that's on the front. There's not too much happening on the front of it yet. You've got basically like the steam pipes here. And then I don't know. I don't think there's going to be actual wheels because there were no wheels. So these are basically, I think, what the wheels are going to be, unless it adds something on top of them. But I mean, there's no wheels in the set, so I'm guessing it's going to stay looking like that. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next couple of steps. I probably will come back when we're done, I think, because the next part is adding on the back half of this. So I'll go ahead and get that done and then come back and show you guys the whole thing finished. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so we just finished step 128, and with that we put on this back part with the roof here. Okay, kind of got the controls and stuff in there, and then you've got this little chain over here, and then the roof on top of it. So this is it so far. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and probably now I definitely will finish it off because there's not much left to do. So I'm going to do the last steps, get it finished off, and then I'll come back and show you guys the finished set. Okay. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so this is all finished. I did realize I forgot to show you guys the minifigure. So it is the same minifigures again as in the other two sets. The only thing that is different with this one is that the skeleton is like the train conductor or the train driver. So he has the train hat on. But other than that, here it is all finished. We did this back part here as the last part, kind of like the coal car, or I don't know what they called them when they stopped using coal. I don't know if it became like a baggage cart, but yeah. So this is the part that we put on there. It's a really cool set. I really like it. So this is the Legos that are left over from the rest of the set. So again, if you are somebody who uses extra Legos for whatever reason, I know some people build their own Legos. Some people make things out of make other things out of Legos. I've seen earrings and all kinds of stuff. So you'd have extra parts to do that stuff with. But yeah, it is if you don't do any of that, it is kind of a waste of a lot of Legos. But anyways, so let me get this all cleaned up and out of the way, and I'll bring all three of them back and show all three of them to you side by side. I really like all three of these. I love them. Okay. All right. So let me get this cleaned up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here they all three are. So the Haunted Mansion, the boat, it kind of looks like a pirate's boat to me, and then the train with the little station. I think these are all really cool. I hate that you have to buy 3 separate sets if you want to keep all 3 of them, but still, to me, I think they're kind of worth it, just because I really love them. Again, we have a house with the kind of like the towerish. It's not a round tower, it's a squarish tower, but it's still the kind of house that I like, almost like a castle type of house. The pirate ship is really cool. And then the train is actually really cool too. And I do like it that they're simple builds, but they look and feel very detailed. Now, like maybe not on the inside, there's not a whole lot, like it's not like a whole living room set and all of that stuff, but the outside, which I mean, I would be displaying these anyways, I don't play with them. So for me, they're very detailed on the outside of them. They look great. I'm really liking them, to be honest with you. It'd be really cool, and I might look into it to get some lights to light up the windows in the Haunted Mansion. That would be cool. And even put lights on the pirate ship and the train would be, you know, maybe even play some spooky music when you turn the lights on. So, but anyways, I really am loving these sets, okay? All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, get notifications, and watch some of my other videos so that I can keep bringing you more and more Legos. You can also check out my eBay page and see what is up for sale on there. I know right now I don't have a whole lot. A lot of things just kind of went off, so I may be reposting some things or just leaving it without, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So, but you can check out the link below to see what is up for sale on there. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good day and enjoy your Lego building, and we'll see you on the next build. Bye.